Hello there, ChickChat. We're back. Hopefully, a lot better than last time with the lags and stuff, but fingers crossed with that one.
Fingers all the way
So
crossed.
yeah, I'm coming to you guys from my bed because not really feeling the greatest. Let's just say I spent some time at the doctor's yesterday, and it wasn't the greatest, but I'm here resting, kind of. We had some difficulties before we started. Usually there's some kind of lag going on with us, but we are here. So, Jersey
We're here.
Shore episodes 31 and 32. Okay, got it
Yes,
wrong,
ma'am.
but we're going to fix it.
Yeah.
Anyways, so they left us off with Ronnie going up to scale the building. And I will say, I think they did him dirty a little bit
I agree.
because he chickens out, of course, which I would, like any normal person. I ain't gonna scale a building. I watched that guy do it on Netflix with just nothing, and just like
Oh,
walk up a building.
well, that's entirely
And
different.
I know, but I think even after seeing that, just like the whole idea of scaling things and walk, like I could never do it like that.
I've
So why
scaled
try?
a rock wall, but like an entire building is a whole different ball game for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, they're also saying horrible things to him before going out. Like, think of your kids, and so, like just like stuff. Like people be like, they're all scared with if when he's the first one to go. So yeah, I would probably be like, nah. I have like he said, I have my daughter to think about. Mind you, when Dina has her little thing later, her speech, and she gets emotional, Snooki's like, all right, I'm gonna do it. I'm
I
gonna
know.
throw on I'm gonna throw it on. She's got 3 kids, Ronnie.
Yeah.
She jumps right off that thing. Mind you, one
Yeah.
of them is younger than your child. So like it's
Right.
just funny that she does it. But I feel like they did Ronnie dirty a little bit with that because they're like, oh, Ronnie didn't do it, but Snooki did.
They should have just cut him out of it. And then the crazy thing about it was, yeah, Snooki did it, but then 24 did it as well, and they barely even showed him doing it. So, yeah,
I
they
don't even
spent
remember him
entirely
doing it. I forgot about him
because
doing it.
nobody even went down there. Jenny had to go down there by herself to receive him at the bottom, and then everyone else was just eating or whatever. I don't know what they were
They were
doing.
done. He was the
Yeah,
last one, so they were done.
yes.
Yeah, it
But
was
I mean, this
funny.
was a pretty tall building. I don't
It was
blame
tall.
anyone for backing out. I definitely think you have to assess the situation once you get there. Ronnie took a little bit longer to assess the situation. He got all the way there, but he made his decision. That was fine. But yeah, they could have edited that out because they had 2 other people that did eventually go down that they could have just spent time
Well,
on.
they wanted to show Ronnie not going down, but
The people love to see Ronnie have a little bit of a whoopsie.
yeah, we love Ronnie.
Yeah.
So yes, everybody celebrates. Uncle Nino shows up.
That
Uncle
was
Nino gets an
crazy.
invite to the wedding, so
He does. I learned, yeah, I think this past episode that Uncle Nino has his
mhm,
own invite.
his
But it
own.
was crazy to me that they really thought he would. I don't was maybe the whole thing was a joke, but I really was being pranked then for at least a minute or two that they were going to strap Uncle Nino to the side of this building and let him propel. And everybody in America knows that this man is permanently drunk and
Oh
old.
yeah,
It's just
yeah. When
not
Polly
a
called
good
him, I
look.
was like, "Isn't this man like in his 80s?" But then again, I guess he can if he wants to, but is he in the health to do that? I don't know.
Well, that's what everybody was telling
Is
him not to, and I was happy to hear people, giving him lots of outs to take, and which he did eventually take. And then, he did admit to, oh, this was 24 going down.
I don't get why I don't get why they would even ask Uncle Nino, Paulie. Like he would really risk him. Uncle Nino probably would have done it.
He would have. He would have. I think if nobody said anything to him, he was ready to walk in there completely strapped up and ready to propel down this building. And then as soon as they say, "No, I don't think it's a good idea," blah blah blah, and he decides not to, he does finally admit to not drinking all day. And I'm pretty sure that he wanted to hurry up and get down that damn building so that he could have another glass of wine. So if your priority is wine and not safety, you should not propel down a building. Like, it's okay that that's your priority, Uncle Nino. You've earned that, but then just drink your wine. So yeah, I think all the right safety decisions were made. I also don't necessarily think Ronnie needed to jump down that building either. So
I
I
mean,
think
Ronnie's
everyone
a little
who
bit more in, younger shape than Uncle Nino, but
yeah, but
Ronnie's
he's not
also,
it's not
according to
that
Mike, an
smart all the
oddly vertically challenged gorilla.
time.
So I don't know. Either way, they do they do their little thing. They jump down the building and then they go to dinner.
Yes.
Have wine. Yep. And then we learn about Mike celebrating himself in Times Square, and that was a whole. I mean, that's the whole episode for this episode.
It is, as it is for a lot of Jersey Shore episodes. And, it at least gives us a setting, right, for everybody to gather and hang out and for us to
Later.
watch. Yeah. But he
Mhm.
he announced it twice. And I actually thought I was losing my
He
mind
did
at
announce
first.
it twice.
Yeah, I really thought, I'm like, did my TV rewind? But then they called him out for it. And I mean, I never felt more validated instantly in my life because I was just like,
Yep.
what in the world is going on?
And then
Um,
Angelina carried the segment with this little candlestick thing, and I'm
Situation.
sorry, I was not. I've heard a lot of Angelina stories, but this one was one of wow. Okay, like I don't know if y'all are here, you've seen the episode, right? Like, do we gotta say? But I don't
I
know,
think the
YouTube won't let
picture
us for
says
sure.
enough.
Yes, but then the grandfather part was weird. Like,
Yeah, the grandfather part was kind of weird.
that's the
Not
part
more than
that was
creepy. Yeah.
yeah, that's the part that was weirder to me that she added in there than the friend and her like looking each other in the eye thing. Like,
I know. And it's hard to take her seriously sometimes. Like, and they were just talking about comedy before all this happened and her trying to be a comedian. But
well, and I thought she had
I
no family.
see, and I don't,
Or
I'd
was it
rather
her
just
friend's
believe that.
grandfather? Is it like the
I don't know. I don't know.
I was yeah,
But
I couldn't even like I didn't usually I'd rewatch to get the actual detail right, but that was just kind of disturbing to me, you know. It's like I don't even know if I can like rewind that.
it was disturbing in almost all the right ways. I mean, not that that's a thing I want to visualize or think about or even know about, but it is
Vinny did.
so Angelina. Vinny did. Vinny wants to know
Vinny did.
everything about Angelina. Look at that.
Vinny
Look at him. He's so excited.
He acts away later, but and usually, but he
He
liked
always
that.
acts away, but I think he loves her. I think
He's the one that asked about eye contact. He's like making eye contact or something. Like
he's got to know. He wants to
he
know all the
wants to know.
details. And then another one,
So
we get another announcement from him.
that's when Mike decided for his next announcement. Yeah,
Yeah.
so Jenny's concerned that that means that he's got amnesia. But anyway, so Sammy's actually going somewhere. So she's leaving her baby with her mom for the first time and she's telling her a million billion things. And literally it is so like that. Like you have to I feel like the amount of time I take explaining how to take care of the baby or like listing the baby stuff, I'm like, oh my God, it's taking me a full hour to write all this stuff down. Like
Right.
you know, because you have like the daytime, what do you like, and then these are these things. Like there's so many moving pieces. So it's just funny that, you know, make sure he's breathing, make sure he burps. With my parents, I didn't have to do that as much, which was nice because they kind of like were living in the house, so they knew how to take care of him day to day. But like, when I leave him with anybody else, which isn't very often, I usually have to have like a list that I
Yeah.
just hand them. And that's the easiest thing to me than sitting there and saying,
Uh-oh. Your microphone just went out. Are you there? Hello? Your microphone went out. I think it did. I still can't hear you. Well, while Anne fixes that, we will move on. I can't hear you. There's a red dot on your microphone. Is it off? Or does that mean it's on? I still can't hear you. No. Okay. Well, it is the big reveal day for the situation. So I think that that's why Sammi was leaving the house. I think she's going to go to the situation's reveal day. They all show up at Lawrence's house. And I think Mike had already left by then. But uh, Sammi is kind of protesting the t-shirt that they want to wear. And I really don't blame her. This t-shirt had Mike's old abs on him, and it reminded me of one of those, like, I feel like everybody's aunt or mom or grandma has one of those like nighttime shirts, but it has like a lady with a bikini on it or like some muscle guy on it, and that's what those shirts reminded me of, and they're just tacky as hell. I would not want to go walking around in those either. So she did, I think, end up wearing them. We will have to see. Oh, I can
I
hear
think
you.
so.
I can hear myself, but I can hear you too.
I bet. Well, hold on.
Yeah, I think we're good. It'll fix itself.
We're
What did
fine.
you think of the shirts, Miss Ann? Any thoughts on those ugly shirts?
It was ugly.
They was, but you know who
This
wasn't
was
ugly? These guys.
no, but this whole thing was so weird and unnecessary just because
It
you got your
was.
abs back.
It
Even
was.
for
It was
Mike, this
giving.
was weird.
It was. It was very much giving like Brokeback Mountain in the city with a
Hmm.
chainsaw or like a jackhammer. But I mean, I'm
Yeah,
here for it. I'm a straight woman, so I'll look at that.
I was like, I mean, this is interesting. It
Yes.
felt like a whole stripper thing, like Vinny, and then even he was like, this feels reminiscent of some
Yeah, he
things
used
I've
to wear
done.
his own construction get up to go
Yeah, he
stripping.
did.
So I agree. Oh, look, Ronnie did wear the t-shirt. Of course he
Yes,
did.
he
He's such a
did.
stan.
I mean, he is Honey's next episode, so
You know, it looks like there might be one underneath Jen's jacket too. I guess
I
we'll
think
see.
there
I'm keeping
is.
an eye out. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
So he
horrible
makes
photo of her, but yeah.
he makes his big reveal. I did think that this was hilarious. It is totally something that Mike would do, and he does look
Yeah.
good. I mean, all jokes aside, he totally transformed what his body was looking like. This man was eating
Yeah.
all the cakes and all the pies, and he was not looking bad by any means. But I'm sure when he looked at his own body compared to what it used to be, you know, he wanted to see what he could do. And I commend him. It seems like it was a really, not really short, but a healthy short amount of time that he was able to do this and just sort of control his diet a lot better. So I think that that's
Hmm.
cool. It's nice to see him feeling good about himself again.
Yeah, because before when they would go to the gym, even he would just his
Yeah.
walk on the treadmill and eat granola bars or something.
Yes.
Wasn't there an
But
episode he
yeah, I
did
think
that?
this was my general gist right here. I don't know where he found these men, and my face was kind of like that, but
Mhm.
I enjoyed watching it. I was entertained. Mike is always an entertaining guy. And then of course he gave a speech.
I
And
do
I
wonder how
love
he found, like, how does he set this stuff up? Who's
I wonder
working
about
for
that
Mike?
too. Him and Pauly are really good at planning non-typical events. You know, they do these really
Yeah, this,
extravagant, kind of crazy things, and I just wonder who they call. I mean, I
like, I
wonder
know
if they have
MTV helps them. They have to.
sure,
Production
but I
must have
also
to help
wonder
them.
if they have their own concierge service they pay for to just set all this shit up. All it's just they do so much random stuff. And I have a suspicion that Mike at least would do this stuff whether he was on TV or not. I mean, at least at this point, I'm
Well, I think if he's making the money he's making from TV, but
right. It's
he's
just
only making this money because of, TV. And
yes,
now he's got his now he's got his
treatment
clinic or
centers.
whatever. So
Hmm.
yeah, his rehab centers. And then I'm sure there's other things like promotional things and ads, and like they do get money from things like that, but the show's the big thing, I would think, at least
Yeah,
at this time for sure, because this is before he opened his rehab centers, which usually when you start a business too, it does take a fair amount of time to see actual profit on that. And I don't know how it works with those centers.
yeah.
I know
Yeah, a
they
lot
probably
of
go
them
off
are
of
billing like
insurances.
Medicare and Medicaid. I don't know. I mean, some of them don't take them at all, right? You could just be a private um, recovery center and just take whatever you charge. And then some of them are billing like Medicaid, Medicare, and those are really low payouts.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know how he has it structured. Sometimes you can do a little bit of both to sort of get by, but yeah, I doubt that that's going to be his primary source of income. But I mean, it
So
certainly
it's like
could be
if
if
this
he's running
show,
a
well,
luxury
that's why
one,
it's
I
like this
guess.
show can't really be done then because these people are still living pretty big. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Angelina's new house is ginormous.
she's been there 7 months and it's crazy looking.
Yeah, we'll get
I think
there.
at that point I would have already hired somebody if I can afford a house that big, then I can afford people to move me into it.
I agree. I don't think it's about money for her. I think she's truly that disorganized within her life and that chaotic. And
Because,
yeah,
like, who
it's
set the
just bad.
boxes down? She did not set all those boxes
No,
down.
and in fact, a lot of those box I was taking pictures and I delete a lot of them, so I'm not sure if I have the one left, but a lot of them are the same size boxes with the same thing on them, and I zoomed in and it's like a white glove moving service. I forget what company, but that's what it says is white glove moving. So these are people who are literally packing and moving your stuff and taking it where it needs to go and putting it in the house. And so you're telling me that you paid for a white glove moving service, you can't pay to get the stuff taken out of there and organized. I don't think that's the problem.
Yeah. So they probably haven't, most of those boxes look like they haven't been moved since the white glove service set them down there.
Set them down. Yeah, like in the kitchen, I know I deleted that one, or I don't know what I deleted at this point, but yeah, there were boxes just set up right next to her kitchen island in the middle of the walkway. And I'm just thinking, you've walked past that for 7 months, and then they're all standing there like hunched up next to the boxes like they're pieces of furniture or something. It was just absolutely bonkers.
I mean, I'm moving in right now. It's only been a few weeks and I still feel like I'm so behind, but I also have a baby and everything. And I just keep thinking all day, I'm like, oh my God, how many things I could be unpacking if I didn't have to do all this, and this too. But so I feel
Yes.
behind. But then I look at Angelina and I'm like, damn, at least I'm not 7 months behind. So I do feel good about
I
that.
know. I know. I feel like it's normal, especially if you're moving a whole household of things and not just yourself, to take a couple of months for things to really
Hmm.
settle in. But seven
It
months
really
is
does.
excessive. And I know that that house is very large. So maybe maybe 6 months, and you should be really pretty dialed in. And I know that we're only at 7, but this girl's not even close to dialed
But
in.
we're
She
at
has
7 with her, and she's not even, she's only
she
got
doesn't
enough to
have
live.
half of her stuff out of boxes.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
We're not even
So,
to that point yet.
anyways, they're right now. They're at, I think it's Carmine's is a restaurant that they like to go to, especially Mike, and he wants to have the ultimate cheat day. So of course he orders all the foods, and I mean the faces that he makes. He's very very excited to be eating all these foods. And I don't really blame him. He even they tried to bribe him with pizza a couple episodes ago with the whole Lauren's catfish thing, and he didn't even eat pizza during a stressful time. So I know that this man has been practicing a lot of self control. So he was super happy to get all of his foods. They even made him an ab cake. I think that comes at the very beginning of the next episode. But they really went all out for him. So Angelina decides that during this wonderful dinner, she should start bringing up to Vinny the fact that the two of them can relate to each other essentially because they don't have kids. But she keeps talking to Vinny like she's single. Did you catch that vibe of she's
Yeah.
like, you and I are having such a
She's
hard
been
time?
doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's been doing that. Like the whole series. Like no matter what. Like when she's single, when she's not single, when she was with, well, not as bad when she was with the husband, but still sometimes. Like,
yeah,
so this is just her. And then Vinny does call her out on that because she keeps going for this, like, well, you have the same problem I do with this whole kid thing. So when you come to me later and whatever, and he's like, girl, you're not single. You're out of eggs at 45.
I know, I know. Vinny is
45.
pretty good at proving Angelina. It's hard though because I do truly think that he likes her deep down, and I just don't understand why he
Yeah.
is so repellent of that idea. Just give it a whirl.
I think he likes her, but I don't think he wants to live with her.
What is that? Like just
Look at Vinny's apartment compared to freaking Angelina's trash heap. Like
don't you
Vinny's got
think
his
that would
cats
maybe
in a
that they could
little
help each
egg.
other?
He keeps his hairless cats in a little egg thing, and Angelina's got these little dogs shitting all
Got a
over her
dog
apartment.
everywhere. No, you're totally right.
His
I know.
mom comes over and like does everything. Like, why wouldn't you want Angelina to actually live with him?
No,
Maybe if they came with some way to be in a relationship and just never move in together,
right,
that could be possible.
right.
But
I don't think that that's
I just
gonna
don't
work.
think their lifestyles mesh very well either. I think Vinny would go nuts living
He
in all
would.
them boxes.
But
He
like, I don't
couldn't
know.
do it.
Part of me just really thinks, and I'll use my husband's phrase that he uses a lot, but maybe in a different universe, there is a great
Yeah.
reality show out there where Vinny and Angelina have their own reality show, and Jersey Shore is light
I
years left behind.
honest I truly think, to be real, if Angelina would have toned it down from
Yeah,
especially her return, if she would have
right,
toned it down and been more classy and less like period far like just really
right.
disgusting stuff
She did
and
come in
so
again,
shocking.
and you think she would have learned from the first time, but yeah,
Yeah. I think that she might have had more of a chance with Vinny, but I think all
I
the
agree.
disgusting stuff, like, oh, kind of like you don't want to marry that. Like maybe they would hook up a few times, you would think, but I don't think Vinny will go farther with that.
Right.
And
I agree with that.
but I do think Angelina really wants to be with Vinny, like that Vinny, the regular one, Vinny one,
1.0,
Vinny 1.0. Yeah,
the OG, Vinny the
yep,
OG. So
yeah.
this
But I
now
think
jumps into episode, and I think that they ended the conversation off on Vinny's, diss towards Angelina, and then she ends up. I mean, they have had to have already ate dinner, so they've been there for at least an hour, I'm assuming, and then she whips out these dolls. Like, how long have you been carrying around these dolls all dinner? Just to care. What is going on with these dolls? I'm starting to just get confused
Yeah.
with this storyline.
The dolls are just disturbing.
They are.
Like I just like wasn't expecting her to whip out some dolls out of her purse. And you know what though? Because everybody's like, oh, the energy was so dark and when on the dolls. I'm like, yeah, but you didn't feel it the whole time sitting there under the table. Like,
I'm saying they've been there for an hour, these dolls, if not longer. And now the
the
energy's
whole
dark.
time.
And now Dina
No,
can't
these
look at it.
dolls went to Mike's whole thing. Like she had them in her purse. Like the dolls went to Times Square. They probably hadn't even been to Times Square since like the 1800s.
These dolls cursed Mike's big reveal with their demonic spirits.
Yeah, I was there the whole time. I like
I know.
how, I was looking for Lauren a lot in this scene because they never really panned to her much. And Lauren was just, yeah, Lauren
She
was
was
like, oh
looking
God,
at the camera like, you guys.
these dolls. She brought dolls. Like y'all, I think she probably thinks production like puts Angelina up to some of this stuff. Like
I
why
mean,
does she how does she do it was a good little
there's
bit.
no way that she
I
was
love how she
carrying
just
those dolls
handed one
around.
to Nicole. And
Production
Nicole just
probably did
grabbed.
bring her the dolls. I bet that they were carrying the dolls around for her all day.
They yeah, maybe production just had the dolls. You're
Maybe.
right. I like how she did hand one to Nicole and was like, "Here, hold this doll."
She
And
had one to Ronnie too.
yeah, well, Ronnie wouldn't really take it. He
Yeah.
thought about it.
Yeah, Dina
And
was
then
not
Dina was
having it.
just
Yeah.
mad.
Look, she must have
And
left
then
after winning. She's not even in this picture. She's gone.
I mean, Snooki, even though she held the doll, she had already been around all them dolls, so that's probably why Angelina felt so comfortable.
Right.
Because Snooki came to see her dolls.
Yeah,
So
Snooki, I mean, I think Snooki likes the dolls.
I think Snooki is curious, She's doll curious.
A little doll curious, never hurt
A
anybody.
little doll curious over. Anyway, so yeah, Vinny, we get to hear this little phone call with his mother, letting her know to watch the cats while he goes to Austin. God, every time he's in a scene by himself, it's so monotone. Like it's just
Well, he's just
so
talking to his
it just
mother. Uh-oh, I can hear
yeah, but
myself.
it's Paula. It's not
Paula.
just any mother. It's like the mother.
There's the cats.
But yeah, these are his cats, and they kept panning to these cats. And it would be
Uh,
Vinny who has a hairless cat and has to buy clothes for it.
Paula was sending photos, video. I mean, listen, my mom sends me photos and videos of my dog when she watches my dog too, but I just felt like it was a lot for cats. Cats can essentially live alone for days and days.
Paula
Can't
was
they?
over there every day, making sure everything was clean and the litter was good and the food was. She probably homemade their meals.
They probably had some good
They
meals.
probably they probably had
Look at
stuff they're
this.
not even supposed to eat, like pasta.
These cats are scary looking. Look at that eyeball.
Uh, there is a hairless cat community, and I feel you guys. But I'm definitely not surprised Vinny's a part of it.
Not
At
at
all.
all.
Not
Yeah.
at all. His little cats and their little honeycomb there. Compared to
It
Angelina's
is
dogs
really,
is a
this
whole
is
different.
a very precious photo. I'm
It
not hating
is.
on these cats. I want to be clear.
They have a very they love each other.
Yeah,
They have a great life
they do.
with Vinny.
Vinny provides well. I mean, what a
Birds,
view.
cats. Yes.
Anyways, back to Angelina's mess of a house.
Yeah.
Nicole and Mike do end up hiring cleaners and organizers because anyone who sees anything besides, I don't even know, every room has boxes, so it's not even like she's hiding it. Anyone who
Yeah.
sees anything in this house knows she needs un unpackers, organizers, cleaners. She needs lots and lots of help. And what do? They bring lots and
People,
lots of help. There's a lot of
lots of
women
people,
coming into this home to help Angelina
for
out. And boy,
sure.
does she need it. I really hope that this was not just for the show and for filming, and that they actually got her some help, because
Yeah,
she
because they
really
said
needs
to the
help.
lady, like, this is gonna happen in a day, and they were like, no, this will be
Ain't no way.
of of a little bit. But yeah, I do think this actually need to get done, and I really do hope her home is moved into by now fully, and it's not like this anymore. You're right, it
Yeah.
is the same moving company for most of these
Hmm.
boxes.
Oh, it does say
Mhm.
okay. Yeah, right here.
Moving and
I did
storage,
see
yep.
them. Yeah.
So yeah, what the reason they want
And
to
this
do
was
this for
even
her though
bad.
is because Mike's little mediation seems to have worked a little bit to where Angelina is now going to meet up with Vinny 2.0's dad and stepmom, or one of the
I
sets
think
of
it's with
parents,
mom and sister.
mom and sister. She's going to meet up with somebody of the family line, and she's very excited about that. But I'm guessing they thought she was going to meet up with them at Angelina's home, and I'm like, wait a minute. Where's Vinny 2.0? Is the basement set up then? Like, is that the only room in the house set up because he's living there? Or like, is it just workout equipment and like a bed or something on there? Like what's if this is the situation of the home, how is he living in there? And
Right.
is he not there to help maybe unpack a few things or something? Like
Well,
what
that's
else is
what
he
Mike mentioned at some point. He said, there are multiple people living in this house. And
multiple?
Angelina, that's what he said. And I don't know if he meant
Multiple?
multiple, like 2.0 and Angelina meaning multiple, or like maybe the studio guy really is living in the butler pantry
I'm
with his
wondering
family.
who says multiple
He said multiple.
people
I
living
should have
in this
taken a
house.
photo when that happened, but he said multiple,
Yeah.
which I thought was odd. But her
Yeah.
only response to that was, that 2.0 is saying, "Oh, well, it's not my stuff, so I shouldn't have to move it." Da 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 da. And it's like, if it's not your stuff, then you shouldn't be living in it. Shouldn't be using it every day if you're not gonna care for it. If you're gonna use something that is you're gonna wear it and wear it and wear it, then you're gonna have to take care of it too. What in the actual F? And then to go as far as to see literal standing water in her basement. And this had to have been for days and days and days, because her floor is buckling. And I didn't get a picture of this, but they panned over to more boxes in the basement, and they're all black. And I don't think that they're black because it's dark, because you can see that Snooky's, stuff is blue here, and that the dog is a color. And I think that all those boxes are full of mold. And that's why they were saying we need to get upstairs, because we're going to be sick down here. This man just let mold grow in the basement, let the floors buckle, probably walked over water for days and days just to spite this woman. And who
And
in
he
the
was
F
living in the
put
basement?
he? I don't think he lives down there. I think he probably tries to Angelina's room. And if he can't get up there, then he probably drives his ass back to his sister's house or something. I mean, the man is a true homosexual.
Yeah, but I just wonder, like, because didn't they say he was in the basement working out and doing all the stuff in the basement? So, like, was
Yeah,
he
but I
actually hanging
think
out in
he
there,
just
or did he
goes
go to a
down there
different?
like when
What did he saying?
he
I'm going
needs
to
to
the
be put
basement, but
somewhere.
really he's going to a different part of the house because that house is humongous.
Right. Yeah, I think it's just sort of like a phrase at this point. I think Angelina puts him there sometimes when she's filming and she doesn't want people to know that he's there. And then I think sometimes he's genuinely working out there. But I don't know what's down there. That basement is beautiful, though. It has all this really nice finishing on it. I mean, all that stuff is probably ruined at least a couple feet up. I don't know if it flooded all of it, but she said that her AC unit flooded, and it messed with all of that. So, and she has to call homeowners insurance and never did. It's like Nicole needs to pep talk her to call her homeowners insurance. And I get it, because Angelina's over here just thinking she's helpless. Like, well, why wouldn't he want to help me fix all this stuff? It's like, he should want to help you, but you should also help yourself. You should also
Yeah.
call the homeowner's insurance for your own home.
Right. Well,
There's
you
mold
also bought the
everywhere.
home on your own. Like it's your home.
Right.
So
I
unless you
understand being upset with him because he's not helping you, you know,
move
move
the
things and
boxes
move back,
or like help you
but like
move.
you need to make your own house a home too. And if there's a big problem, he really can't call homeowners insurance on your behalf. I mean, he probably can, but you're a big girl. Yeah. So the whole thing is bad in this thing. And then they do talk about the dinner party and the menu of what the dinner party is going to be because we all know that Angelina ain't making no dinners for anybody, let alone people she's trying to apologize to. So then they bring up the idea of maybe having the chef that cooked for them a couple seasons ago when they were trying to have some sort of reconciliation dinner. And they had all these funny menu names and stuff, so they were coming up with all these menu names. One of them being step over mold steak. And I just feel like that should be the menu name because all of this crap that this man has put Angelina through is just insane. And I think Angelina should start telling his family too that this guy shows up, he gives nothing, he provides nothing. I think Anne's having a mic problem again. I'm sure she'll be back. But this guy shows up, he gives nothing, provides nothing, and then in fact he's letting my stuff just actively degrade and go bad and my floors buckle and he doesn't even say anything. It's just absolutely crazy. Are you back, Miss Anne?
Yeah, sorry. My it's been weird for my computer up on upstairs, so try send
That's
this to you, I send it to all. That's okay. Anyways, so
so we're
yes, then
moving
we
on
go
to
to
Sam's
this,
Bachelorette.
yeah, the cow.
Well, actually, we're not quite yet. Moving on to Sam's
This
Bachelorette.
is it weird, but very Dina. Oh, okay. Well,
I
in
mean,
between that, I guess we get, well, they're kind of simultaneous stories.
they are. Yes, they're dueling stories
Are
here.
we
So
lagging that bad?
I think we are lagging that bad. Yeah.
I feel like we're
I don't know.
lagging. Yeah, that's all right.
Hopefully it gets
I can
better.
try go in and out again.
Yeah, why don't you give it a whirl? Why not?
Okay.
Um,
Here, you
so
start
yeah,
the story.
I'll start it. We got two stories going at once. We have the bachelorette party, which is holy cow themed, which is kind of funny, and also I wouldn't want it for my bachelorette party. And then they have Vegas that is happening with. It was supposed to originally be a trip with Mike and Lawrence for their anniversary, and they were gonna go visit Nikki and Pauly, but I think Lawrence ended up getting sick or something. I don't know if she just decided not to go or if they were genuinely sick, but Nikki and Lawrence are good friends. So I'm guessing that she was genuinely sick and sad to miss out. But I guess Mike does these, what are they called? I don't know. It says what they are later. He does these trade-offs essentially where I'm guessing he posts whatever and then they give him those things for free. So he couldn't really cancel the whole plan and it was supposed to be this romantic adventure. So he took Ronnie with him. So this is going to be fun to watch. I thought that this was actually pretty hilarious to watch this whole thing go down. But we have the bachelorette party that's also going to happen. So I think yes. So Sammi shows up at the bachelorette party, and I at first I was kind of confused. Like, are they aware that they're going out to this farm? Because Jenny had called Dina on the phone, and she was like, "Why are we out here in Jersey?" But they were obviously aware because they all showed up in their plaid, ready to be at a farm, which is what all of us Midwesterners like to wear whenever we're thinking about a farm day or the country. We all like to wear our plaid. So they donned their plaid and they showed up to the farm, and apparently they're going to make some flower arrangements for, Dina said, for the cows, which made me laugh so hard because I was very confused as to why they were going to put flower arrangements on the heads of these little baby cows. But then she did clarify later that they were going to put flower arrangements on their own heads. So that made a whole lot more sense to me. And of course, they had drinks and wines and foods. So trade out, that's what it was called earlier, where they make this trade. And Ronnie, I think, really lucked out in the whole Lauren's department. I mean, I think Mike and Lauren have a very nice lifestyle, and so I think anyone would be lucky to probably be Lauren's for a day. But Ronnie definitely lucked out in this whole situation. So he gets to Las Vegas with Mike. They're in a limo. There's balloons. He's got his own chauffeur. And they show up to the room. I think they're staying at the Cosmopolitan. And I don't know, in the letter, it said something about this being, oh, hey, Miss Anne, she's coming back. Maybe she'll remember. But there's so much food. Oh, hi.
Okay. Took a second that time, but
I know.
made me sad because this is my favorite part of the effing episode is the whole Ronnie and Mike and Honey's
Yes.
situation.
Well, we just really started. They just got to the hotel room. So I think really you're just in time.
I just thought it was hilarious in general that instead of even saying anything, he's just bringing Ronnie. Like,
No.
I'm not even gonna say nothing to nobody. I'm just gonna show up with just Ronnie. And does that like did he have to pretend that he was the missus or to the hotel to get all that stuff? Or I feel like Mike didn't even try to stop any of that stuff. I think he's like, you know what? Ronnie will enjoy it.
Ronnie will enjoy it. And Ronnie's also a celebrity of probably a similar status to Lauren. So while he's not Mrs. Sorrentino, he can also probably post on his Instagram and get the same effect that they're looking for. So, I don't know. I thought that it was
Yeah,
hilarious.
all these
So
family vacations though, all these family vacations though, and I do kind of side eye like Lauren's never been out there, like to
I
Vegas
know.
to Polly's and Nick. It's kind of weird
Es-
because like it's not like she don't go on all these random vacations all the time.
Especially for Nicole being Nikki, sorry, being such good friends with her. I thought that was also really weird that she's never been over to visit. So she ain't
Yeah.
coming now.
Oh, that's strange. I wonder if
Yes.
Nikki's ever gone to visit her though, too. So I wonder, has Nikki been over to the
Well,
Sorrentinos?
Nikki,
I assume
they've
so, but
they have filmed over there even. Just like when
okay.
they went to, what was it? It was supposed to be the Hamptons, the Jamptons. When they went to that mansion, Nikki
Mm.
and Lauren were at Mike's house hanging out. I mean, that's what they said on the show. But I mean,
Oh,
Nikki
yeah,
was
yeah,
in
yeah. So
town.
yeah, I mean, Nikki's been over there.
Yeah.
She's been there a few times then. So
Yeah.
I
I mean,
don't
it
know.
does
I
make
find that a
more
little weird.
sense
I mean, I know
for,
it's hard when,
yeah,
yeah, it's hard to travel when you have all them kids too, but
it is.
it for Lauren though, like she seems to go on a lot of these trips. I don't know what like a little weekend
Yeah.
is in the grand scheme of things. But
Yeah.
anyways,
So we do have a little bit of a discussion between all the ladies at the bachelorette party, and I thought that this was actually a funny topic, maybe to propose to the chick chat. Where do you guys stand when it comes to farting in front of your boyfriend, husband, whatever? Um, Personally, me, I mean, I'm not gonna go out of my way to do it in front of him, but I'm not gonna not do it. If that
I
makes
might go
sense.
out of my way to do it in front of him. I might.
Right. So you're more on Angelina's
Mm,
side of things.
no, well, I think eventually it just gets to there, like it's a normal human thing that we all do. So just like I'm not gonna hide
Agreed. I
that,
always tell my husband,
but
I'm
I'm
like,
not
it's a sign of good gut health. Like, leave me alone. Everybody farts.
right. Well, my husband's are 20 times worse than mine, so,
Exactly. And they
but
all get to
and
fart
honestly,
around us.
but I will say I don't know, like, and I don't think I was hiding farts from people, although like I'm sure I've clenched my cheeks together a couple times in some
Of
situations.
course.
But I will say, for me, it's more like farting in like public, quiet spaces are more embarrassing to me than like farting in front of like a date or something. But
Yeah.
whatever. Too. But I do think when it comes to a relationship, I will try to hold off on the more disgusting things like peeing in front of somebody or
Right.
pooping with the door open or like in front of somebody or like whatever. Um, those all eventually come with time, but I feel like you either gotta get to a point in a long-term relationship, or I swear I didn't even hear Dean fart until we were already married or something, and then I was in for it. So like, I
Wow.
don't know. And my
Maybe
mom
he
jokes about this with my dad. I
really.
think he just got lucky because he was holding him in all them trips, or he was doing it like away from me. But then
Right. Yeah. You
when
guys didn't
we
have a
were
long
together
distance.
finally, and then when I started hearing them, I'm like, oh my God, it's like my dad. My dad's really notoriously has horrible farts. And like my mom says that had she known, she might not. But she said that he held them in for 5 years. She said, I never
Wow.
heard a fart from this man for the first 5 years until we got married. 5 years
I feel like that's a
until
scam.
marriage. That
Like,
is a
what a
scam.
scam.
I do think you need to hear a fart before getting married though. Seriously.
Yes.
Like you need to see everybody in every season, including every little
All the bad ones.
disgusting thing.
Yeah.
Like you need to see them like pick at their lips and pick their nose
Right.
and fart
Yep.
and poop. Like you need to
And
make
be
sure you're
sick
right with
at
that.
least once or twice. Like, yeah, all
Especially
the
if you're gonna
things.
co-create a child or something together, just
Right.
know half of that crap is in your child.
Yes. So, okay.
So
I agree with most of that. I think, at this point too, I've been with my husband for 10 years. And I'm also slightly claustrophobic, especially in bathrooms. If I don't need to shut the door in the bathroom, I won't. And if my husband's home and nobody else, I don't consider that a need to shut the door. So
yeah,
I
like
I
my
don't.
personal bathroom door is always like are the regular main hallway bathrooms or the downstairs bathrooms. If somebody is in the house that is not related or like if
Right,
you had a
or
guest over or something, sure
a
those doors are
household
closed for
member,
sure.
yeah.
And sometimes, like, even when we shower, we'll, like, shut the doors and stuff. I mean, we do have a baby now walking around eventually, and when he gets bigger, like, we're gonna have to definitely everyone shut the doors. But,
Right.
like, for my personal bathroom that's in my bedroom, no, that door is, I don't even know if that door is ever gonna close. I don't know if I'm ever gonna
Right.
close it. Why do I need to? Like,
Right.
they shouldn't even put a door there.
Yeah, you can just
It's
get
just
like
a
a
sink
curtain.
and toilet and my makeup.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that door ain't
They
never
don't need a
closing.
door. They're never gonna. It's kind of in the way.
Right. Yeah.
So,
I know mine is
anyways,
because ours is set up the same way. I mean, we have a shower on the one in our bedroom, but that is such a small bathroom, and the door opens inside to the bathroom, and
yep,
I
so does
mean, you
ours.
can't. You basically have to stand in the shower to reclose the door. It's just, yeah,
Mm.
I don't. It's crazy.
But anyway,
Um,
so Angelina says she likes to set the tone with a nice fart, and I laughed. I thought that was funny,
Yeah, I thought that
but
that was funny too. And I think that that's true. And I don't know. I think that that's the key to a long-term relationship. What I couldn't understand truly was Jenny saying that she would have to break up with 24 if she farted in front of him. That was something that I was just very confused about because you guys are married now. Uh-oh. I think you're gone again. Your microphone. Hello. Hello. Uh-oh. Well, I'm sure she'll be back. You're frozen and everything. I mean, well, they also start talking about 24 again. And at this point, Angelina's not even sure if this dinner, reconciliation dinner, or bad menu dinner is even going to happen between his family, because I guess they're not even responding to him about it, which leads, oh, hey, you're back again. Uh-oh. I don't know if I can hear you, though. Yeah, I can't hear you. Now? Are you back? Or it's muted? I'll just keep going. So yes. So what was I saying? Oh, she's not even sure if the dinner is happening now because his family's not responding about this dinner and when to plan it and whatever, which leads Jen to ask her, well, does he even have a relationship with his family? And it's like, yes, apparently this man is very close to his family, but they want nothing to do with Angelina. And I really don't get all of that. At least according to Angelina, she has said that one of their main reasons, I can hear you. I can hear
Okay.
myself too, but I can hear you.
Oh, it starts that way.
Oh, one of their main reasons for not liking her is because they were not invited, I guess, to her engagement. And if it's the one that happened on TV, I mean, Angelina didn't even know that this engagement was going to happen. So why are they holding this against Angelina and not against Vinny himself?
Yeah, that's really weird. Most people don't know that their engagement is happening. So how do they know who to invite? Unless it was like a celebration of the engagement that they're
That's what
talking
I was
about.
thinking. Maybe they did a second
There
one
must
off
be
TV
something
and they did a
else.
celebration or something because yeah, if they're mad about that, that is actually insane. So
Yeah, because if you don't know an engagement is coming, then how are you to invite people to something you're
exactly.
not
And
even
she
supposed
was
to know
filming.
about? And
Right.
it's not a party that you're planning for yourself or anything. Like,
It's crazy.
well, and how do you invite people you don't know? Like, that was
That part.
they'd
Yeah.
never met her. And wait a minute. So they hadn't met her before getting engaged?
I don't know if
That's
it's that they
weird
haven't
too.
met. I don't know if
But
they
they don't
haven't
get
met.
along with her.
Right.
Or
I
they
think
don't
they
like
don't like
her.
her. Yeah.
But they don't like her. They liked her before the engagement. They must have
I think
enough
so.
because why would he get engaged to her if his
Yeah.
family's so important? I have
Well, he
questions
also
for
says that
Vinny.
his
I
family
know.
just wants him to be happy. And it's like, your family only knows your side of the situation. Does your family know that you let this woman's basement flood for days and days and all her floors to buckle and everything underneath the boxes to mold into blackness? Do they know about that? Because they probably wouldn't like that
Did
for
they
their
know
daughter.
about did they know about the award show? To,
About sitting with
to
regular, they probably do know about that. And they probably have the same victim mentality that he has. Like, I can't believe you made him sit in regular
well,
seats with regular people.
sometimes I'm wondering, like, is he making some of this up to kind of keep his family a little bit from Angelina because he knows he's not going to be with Angelina long term?
That's a
Because Vinny 2.0
possibility.
is also very cool with, like, yeah, we don't got to do this if you don't want to do this.
I
Like, it's
know.
not like he's
He's
fighting for it either.
But my thing is I think that whole thing is a cop out of a conversation. I think he's happy to say that he's willing to leave, but every time we film with Angelina, the man is still there. And so, yes, I
But
know
he's
Angelina allows him,
obviously,
but he still comes back.
yeah, because he wants to be on TV. Because he don't want to be with Angelina, but he likes all the crap that comes with Angelina, which is being on TV, going
But
to
like to be
award
the guy
shows,
in the
sitting with
basement
regular
all
people in
season,
the audience at the award shows.
I don't know. This man,
That's what he wants.
he's a true
Sitting in a basement.
homosexual.
He really is
Yeah,
a
we need to murder
homosexual,
him.
and he's trying to get his little bit of money by getting on TV. what is a hobosexual's dream? To get on reality TV, because then you really don't have to work again, and you can
Yeah. And
actually
then
live
he, yeah.
comfortably. You can be like a hobo.
Oh no, you're frozen again.
Homosexual. Like, that's the dream.
Are you there? I don't think you're there. Yeah, she's gone. Well, apparently the dream, according to Anne, and I don't actually disagree with that at all. I do think that the dream of a homosexual is probably to become famous of some kind, or even just Instagram famous, because then you don't have to work, then you're well known, then you can just like couch surf. I think I just watched something on Netflix. I think it was the one of the episodes of Worst Roommate Ever, or no, it was actually Squatters on A&E. And on this episode of Squatters, they had this homosexual guy who was couch surfing, and they also had this woman who was kind of doing the same thing too. So maybe check those shows out if you're interested in some crazy real life reality TV. But anyways, I did want to wait for Miss Anne to come back so that she could talk about her favorite part of the show before we get derailed again. But you're muted. I don't know if you know that you're muted. Hello. Maybe. Oh, are you back? No, she's not back. Okay. So, Ronnie, Ronnie. Okay, I don't know what that means, but okay. Uh-huh. Ronnie and Mike are on their way from the Cosmopolitan to Nikki and Polly's house, and nobody knows that Ronnie is the one that's coming over there. So Nikki has been okay. So Nikki has been prepping a lot of things. She got herself a little charcuterie board because she wants to impress Lauren. She's been making some matcha. I'm pretty sure she probably had plans, girly plans, going shopping and going to the spa and doing fun things together. So she's not canceled all those plans. She's ready to go, ready to see Lauren. And look who shows up is Ronnie. And this is what my face would have looked like too if I was expecting this woman to show up and some other man showed up. So I would have been just as disappointed and sad to see all of that go down.
Gonna have some girl time with Lauren, and she gets a Ronnie. And Ronnie's
Yeah,
like, it's
I
me.
know. I know. Welcome back. It's just me. Uh-oh. Now I can't hear you again. How'd that happen so fast? Nothing. You're getting sabotaged on your last favorite part, Miss Anne. how does how does it happen so fast? It connects and then it doesn't. It's so weird. Well, I'm gonna keep it going, huh? Huh? I'm saying huh like it like I can hear you, but I can't. Um, so we got Ronnie and we got no Anne for right now. We'll see. We'll see if she comes back. But Lauren is able to answer a FaceTime call at least and view her matcha that Nikki made for her, but obviously not able to drink the matcha. And I felt disappointed on her behalf. I just felt like, again, if I was expecting Anne or my friend to show up and they brought their friend or something like that, and like now you're in for a boys' weekend, and she was obviously excited to be cute. She's got her pink shirt on, she's got her charcuterie board, her matcha. She wants to be girly. Now we're in the garage and we're looking at power tools and cars, and I just know that that's not what Nikki had in mind for her weekend. But nevertheless, I mean, that's what they have going on. So Polly's excited to show off all his little power tools and his cars. And I will say, I mean, there was some nice cars and some nice power tools going on in there, but I would have been kind of freaked out to show so much stuff off in my house. It just reminds me of the Kim Kardashian era, and when all those houses were getting robbed everywhere. I'm just not trying to do all that. I don't know.
Vinny's got a lot of nice stuff.
We got Miss Ann.
Kind of.
Kind of. Don't move. Don't make any sudden
I'm not moving at all, but I've done that and nothing. Okay. Well, we're just gonna have to speed through this because
we're pretty close anyway. So
yeah.
But Vinny gets home. He talks to his mom real quickly. Obviously, she's very excited that he's home and safe and all of that. And the girls go and look at the cows. I mean, that's pretty much the gist of those anyways. I did find it really funny though that at first Jenny was not excited to do this whole cow thing. She would have rather done the strip club thing, she said. But then she acted with the cows the same way that she acts with the strippers, and she was very happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think she does like cows now.
It was like that cow's face was a girl's butt.
Yep, just like it. I was like, you love cows. What are you talking about? And that cow was so happy to smell her flowers.
I realized then that she loves cows.
I know. And I thought that this was so funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they're also going to go back and have a sleep under, which is apparently when you have a sleepover, but you go home at the end of the night.
That's
and
fun.
Then we talked about, 2.0, or not 2.0, 1.0, real
1.0.
Yeah, he is bringing a date, apparently, to Sam's
Angelina
wedding.
is pissed.
Look at that. That was her face when it was said.
She was mad.
I mean,
and for someone who has their own Vinny 2.0, and everyone looked at Angelina.
Yeah, they were all surprised.
Well, is Angelina not bringing Vinny 2.0? And who's to say that Vinny isn't bringing his mom?
That's a good point. I mean, she thought Uncle Nino at first. So, I mean, she was trying to think of anyone but a girl. But then she started saying, is this a paid woman? Is this an escort? All kinds of things. Is it a blow up doll?
Oh my goodness. Like, Vinny couldn't get a date probably like a month before Sam's wedding or something. Like, I'm sure even if I'm sure he's RSPVing too, regardless of if he's got a date or not.
What if it's Eileen?
Right now.
I hope it's Eileen.
He said that they fell off.
I know, but he already invited her. So maybe he, circled the block.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe it'd be nice if she showed up. Well, guess to be determined. We'll see who Vinny's date was, if it was Paula or an actual woman. But, Paula is an actual woman, but like an actual woman for Vinny. Not his mom. So I am curious to see if that +2 thing is what I'm really thinking, which is like, even if I was single, I'd probably RSVP +2 just in case I get a date. And then if I don't have a date, I'd probably tell them closer to like, I don't got a date. But I mean, in their world, what's Sammi paying for one plate? Yeah,
she'll survive it. I think she'll be able to scrape by.
Yeah, you do want to give an accurate count to your brides and grooms out there. But I will say, like, I will probably RSVP too for a little bit, especially if I'm close with the people, like Vinny is. And then, especially in their situation, we're friends and whatever. And then I'll be like, I'll probably get a date by then, But then as, people are paying for things, I'll probably be like, all right, like, yes or no. But
Yeah.
but I think that's more or less what Vinny's doing is he's just marking down to no, not. I don't think he's even got a date right now. The man went to Austin and was like exhausted by telling like 5 jokes.
5 jokes. See,
I don't know. He said it was a few days, but it was funny how he's like, I didn't even know I had all these fans in Texas. And it's like, I don't know if it's like the jokes that they showed. I was like, were these jokes?
I know sometimes they actually show some pretty good little skits
Yeah.
that he gives, but they did not do him a justice in this episode
I
for
guess
whatever
they
he did in Austin.
maybe it's MTV because they just made it seem like he was exhausted doing like almost nothing.
I know. Well, I feel like it was also his mom. He wasn't calling his mom saying, I'm tired. He was calling his mom and she'd be like, You tired? We'll get some rest. He was the one telling him basically that he is tired.
Is there a good Italian restaurant nearby you can find? Please.
She left him some food in the fridge.
She has.
I swear to you, if your microphone just went out again when we're going to wrap up with talking about this, it did. I can't hear you. It's gone. So I think there's like actually 3 more pictures left. So yeah, I mean, just stick around and you can wave at us all when we leave. So Anna's gonna be our silent partner for the remainder of the episode. But yeah, they go to dinner. Nikki does make the best of it, which I think is nice. They were even like, well, what are we gonna do now? And he's like, well, we can still oh, I can hear me again. So I can hear you. Hello?
Maybe.
Yes, you're here. Hello. She's back. No longer a silent partner.
Well, we'll see. I am Ronnie. I'm just here.
You're just Lawrence.
Yeah.
Well, you want to give it a whirl at
Oh
this?
man, at this point, I mean, as Lawrence,
Any final words?
as Lawrence, he's done a really good job. He got his roses. I loved that part, honestly. That was probably my favorite thing that they gave Mrs. Sorrentine.
And the butler walking around with it after was hilarious.
And I love the fact that Mike has continuously called him honeys.
Yes. Super cute.
It's been really cute.
It has.
And I wonder, so like, are they sleeping in separate beds? Because
there's got to be a pull-out in that room, or maybe another bed.
I feel like they must have got Ronnie a second room.
Yeah, maybe. Possible. That's a good idea as well. But it's a penthouse. There's got to be more than one bedroom in it.
Oh, yeah. They just didn't show the whole thing then.
I think so, yeah. I
Yeah.
think there's probably a couple of bedrooms. So he's just going to lay in one of those other bedrooms. But he did have to whirl around in the rose petals for a while. And I did think that these were particularly hilarious scenes. And they're a good pair to go on this vacation together, sober in Vegas. I think that's cute. So
great
they
time.
do.
I thought Ronnie lived in Vegas, but I guess he lives in like Florida or something,
but
right?
now he lives in Miami. Yeah, he lived in Vegas with Jen.
Oh yeah. So look at this, Ron Stop's birthday.
That's my favorite. Ron Stop.
That was awesome. I love that.
I know. So, yeah, they pretty much talk about Ron's birthday for the rest of dinner, and they're all like, "Oh, what are you gonna do on Ron's birthday? Oh, we're gonna be at Sammy's wedding," and Mike is like, "This is forever going to be. Anytime it's Ron's birthday, it's gonna be their anniversary," and I'm like, "Yeah, that is the point of a day that they happen at the same time every year." So I think this might go on for a while. I think for the rest of Jersey Shore time, we're going to have some hilariousness around December 4th, and I'm here for it. And it's always going to be Ron Stop's birthday and Sam's wedding at the same time.
Well, the thing is at least after this wedding, they'll be more likely to celebrate Ron's birthday with them instead of like I don't see them celebrating each other's anniversaries. Usually an anniversary is something that the couple celebrates.
That's
So
a
at least
really
they
good
got
point.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like
agreed.
it'll after that date it'll be but poor Ron on his birthday, just knowing like all my exes getting married, all my friends are
And to
there.
not be invited. Like I understand not inviting your exes to your birthday, to your wedding. But this is kind of a different situation and it's his birthday and you're taking all his friends away for the day.
But let's also remember that Ronnie and Sam were in a real relationship, and her
Yeah,
family saw him throw her on beds and stuff. Like,
so true.
maybe it's not really just Sam being like, I don't want Ron at my wedding. I think it's more or less like her family might already feel a way about Ronnie, and maybe he
That's a good
shouldn't
point.
be there because of that. Because they had a
Yeah,
very long, tumultuous relationship that really ended in like 2016, like not long before the show really restarted, like fully ended in
right.
2016. Like they went on a trip to Italy together in like 2016. So they were on and off for a very long time, like over 10 years or around 10
Yeah,
years ish. Less than, just less, right? Because when
right.
did Jersey Shore start? Like 2009.
I
So
think so.
pretty
I was
damn
gonna say
close.
8, so yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Yeah. So like probably her
That's a
family
good
just
point.
wouldn't be as, and he might not be comfortable around her family either. I mean,
Well,
I
wasn't there,
I don't
didn't
know.
they
It's
have an
hard.
interaction? Somebody, there was something, it was on film, and Ron's parents were there, and either Sam was there or
It was Ron's
other
parents
way
and
around.
Sam. Ron's parents
Yeah,
like Sam, I
not the other
guess,
way
but
around.
it wasn't the other way around. But and I would assume after watching Jersey Shore that like her parents
Right.
might feel
I mean,
more of a
why
way,
would,
especially
yeah,
that
and
one
why
time
would
she
they
came
need to?
home. Yeah, they probably wouldn't really want him there. But at the same time, it has been so long since they were together and they are on a TV show together. So their circumstances are a little different than like the normal person. So I feel like she could have did either way, but maybe she just felt like that was too many moving pieces
Right.
for her wedding.
I don't blame her. I just think it's kind of interesting to have it on his birthday and not invite him. Although she's not throwing him a party, and she doesn't need to consider him. I'm not saying she should have, or even that she's being inconsiderate. I just think it's a little strange. You know, if literally the rest of the cast is there and he's not on his birthday, I do think that that's sad for Ron, but it's
Yeah, I do
okay
feel a
for
little
Sam to
bad
do.
for Ron. I
Yeah.
feel a little bad for Ron on Ron
He
Stopp's
is
birthday.
handling it like a champ, though, because that man, to all of Anne's points that she just made, that man has absolutely no room to play the victim for any reason, especially at his big age on a random birthday. So, I mean, he's handling
Yeah.
it very well because any other
Yeah.
way other than laughing it off is fine. But I do feel for him. It is kind of a bummer.
Yeah, especially like your big ex-girlfriend gets married on your birthday.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, I
oof.
know.
I don't,
So,
yeah.
So for
Oof.
next time, everyone's gonna meet 3.0, which is baby Vinny, and that's gonna be cute, I think, for all of us to be able to meet him and see the cast. Obviously, I'll meet him, and then Mike is gonna open up his treatment center, so I'm sure we're gonna get like a party or a firework event or at least a dinner or something for that, and
Mhm.
then Vinny wants to do a roast of Mike for the opening. Oh, well, then that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to do a roast for the opening of the treatment center. So Vinny, he came up with that idea, and I'm actually excited to see that. I hope that they follow
Yeah.
through with that. I don't care how sloppy it is or whatever, but I think that that will be pretty funny. So I'm excited to see that and
It's
chat
nice to
with you
see
all
Vinny
about
have an
it.
idea.
Yes. Well, even his Jampton's idea was really good. Maybe he's gaining some confidence in his ideas.
He needs more ideas. His ideas are almost better than some Adina's.
Oh, I think much better than some of Dina's. So maybe he needs to just take the lead a little bit and he'll get some confidence that way.
Yep. There you go.
We'll see. Yeah,
He
so
doesn't have the access to things that Mike and Polly have, but no one does.
I think you have to build up those contacts though. So maybe at some point he will.
Goodness. Yeah, they must have everybody in the world's number or
Yeah, I
something.
think so.
Because some of these things that they come up with, I'm like, I didn't even know you could get to some
You
of these
could do those things.
contraptions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think you really can. I just think
I
that
didn't even
there
know some
are,
of them were things.
right. I think that there are event planners and concierge type of people whose job it is to make these things that shouldn't happen happen. And I'm sure they are very expensive humans
Yeah,
to
if y'all
employ.
know what these kinds of
Yeah.
event coordinations are, where they're like very specific and very out of the ordinary, and like how they are able to
Yeah.
pull some of this together is quite, I mean,
It's
quite intriguing.
interesting.
It can't all be MTV. Like I know some of it is, but like there's
Yeah,
some
I
that,
think MTV probably helps to foot the bill, but I mean, other than providing some props and small costumes, to be honest, I don't think they really, put on these events. I think they help to fund them, but these are professionals doing this stuff.
oh yeah, yeah. For sure. There's some context that I need to figure out like what event
We
companies
must
are doing.
know.
Just curious, because like between them and like maybe like the only other people I've seen put on as extravagant of things is like the Kardashians, but like they don't seem to do as crazy of events as like activities as like these
And
people,
honestly,
but
I
they
think
could.
they probably would if they weren't so famous. It's like Jersey Shore people are almost the exact good right amount of famous. You're famous
Yeah.
enough to be wealthy and well off and not really have to worry about money, but you can still kind of get
And be
around places.
recognizable, go to award shows and live the actual
Yeah,
famous life. Yeah.
right. But I bet that they could get around their local grocery store. The people are used to seeing them. I
Yeah.
think that's probably the right amount of famous if I had to be famous.
Yeah, and well, they also live in these very nice areas now that like
Hmm.
those kind
Yeah,
of
they
people have that kind of money and
yes,
don't care about them anyways.
yes, yeah. I think that they have achieved a good level of success for
Yeah,
who
if
they
I
are.
was to be famous, I'd want to be Jersey Shore famous because this way you
Me
still get to
too.
meet celebrities and do all the
Hmm.
things, but you also are not so over like Kardashian famous is just way too much.
And I'd also want to be sort of famous for what they're famous for because then there's not a lot of high expectations of you to be, really super smart or really super good at something. You're just really your personality.
Well, yeah, well, the Kardashians get judged and no one expected them to be smart or anything. Because
Yeah, and yet I
but they
think,
are
I mean,
famous for the the first tape, I think. I mean, maybe that's why
right, and
that
I think that
taste.
that's why they get judged because
Yeah,
Jersey
that
Shore is
tastes
famous for their
better.
show, and the Kardashians
Just also basically
got
like,
a show because of what Kim did, according to other people.
yeah,
No.
true. Anyways, we could go on about that, but thank y'all
Yeah,
for
this is
watching.
most of our usual conversations on the phone. So.
Yeah, this
But
can be
yeah,
tough.
we'll let you all get out of here and enjoy the rest of your Friday night. Thank you so much for joining us and enduring some of our technical difficulties and our interruptions and our breaks throughout the summer and stuff. I do think by fall, especially when Sister Wives comes, we
Yeah.
should be back on track, ready to go. But we're
I
probably,
did see that
gonna.
like Ultimatum came back or something. Did I see that
I
right?
did, and I watched it all already.
You did? I was about to start
Yeah.
it.
You should
I'm gonna
start
have
it.
to
You should
start it.
watch it. It's definitely it's a pretty good watch this season.
Okay, I will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, per usual, it's always got its disappointing features, but it's pretty interesting this season.
Okay, I will have
Yes.
to. But yes, it
And you're
is.
not that late.
I
I
didn't
think it only
see.
came out like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so it's still kind of because I saw it on Netflix, like the promotions recently, and I was like, oh yeah, forgot about that
Yes.
show. And
I
then
know. So Queer
I
Love has to be coming close.
that's the one we really like. Yeah.
I know.
Um, you know, I will say I haven't seen a Sister Wives trailer yet, but I do know they're supposed to be coming back next month.
I know. I haven't seen one either. And we were talking about it last week, and we were sure that they were just going to drop one just because we were talking about it. But I still haven't seen one either. The rumors are that it's the end of August to the beginning of September when the first episode's supposed to drop. And that came from McKelty, and she has been filming. So I imagine it's semi-accurate. But usually they release a trailer 2 to 3 weeks beforehand. So we're getting close to there. Maybe we're looking more at the beginning of September for an actual release date. We'll see. But we will be covering that. We'll be back on that for a pretty consistent weekly schedule, I'm guessing, unless
And I'm
anything
hoping
bad.
we get another season of Jersey Shore, like either on a different wherever, just because
I'm
we
sure
gotta
we will.
see Jenny marry 24. Okay? I want to see that.
Yeah, I wonder where that is. Yeah, somebody had to have filmed it. They had to have filmed it for
It's filmed.
something.
It's gotta be
Yeah,
filmed.
yeah, agreed.
So, like, why? Why
Do
would
you
she
think
wait
the
till it's
season
over?
finale is going to be Sam's wedding?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay. Well, that's our agenda. That's our plans. We're very grateful for all of you who watch. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe and share the video as well. And we'll see you all next time.
Yeah, remember reduce, reuse, recycle, Rihanna, and goodbye.
Bye.